Research suggests that 2% of men trust themselves enough to truly respond to life. The other 98% are reacting to their programmed perception of it, their parental and social conditioning. That 98%, which includes most of the men I work with, they're not lazy or unaware. They've done the therapy, they've read the books, they've reflected deeply. They know their patterns, and yet, when it actually matters, they still react under pressure, in intimacy, when responsibility is on the line. This masterclass is about changing that because lack of effort isn't the problem. Lack of regulation, in turn, self-trust is. If you've achieved a lot, the house, the car, the relationship, the income, you know you're capable, yet you're still noticing that you're self-tightening, overthinking, or defaulting under pressure, then you're in the right place. I'm Slawson, and I help men get beneath their behaviours so that they can trust themselves when it matters and align with the life that they were born to live. I know the 98% territory well. I spent years performing, doing all the right things. Self-aware on the surface, successful on paper, but yet still reactive underneath. And in turn, I had this gnawing feeling I just wasn't living up to my fullest potential. I knew that I had more to bring to life. What I didn't realize was this. From the moment that we're born, we are trained to measure up. We're rewarded for compliance, we're punished for authenticity, conditioned to chase success, to fix, to be a good boy, to not upset anyone. And instead of learning how to feel and freely express ourselves, that conditioning literally is programming, and it dictates your vibration. And your vibration, the frequency that you're constantly broadcasting, dictates how life responds to you. That's what separates the 2%. By the end of this masterclass, you'll understand the 3 truths that completely changed how I live, love, and lead, and have transformed the lives of all of my clients. You'll learn 1, why you are literally addicted to your current reality and how to shift it, even if you've already done years of inner work. 2, the only reason you keep reacting and repeating patterns despite awareness therapy or self-development. And 3, the essential science behind why the 2% can trust themselves when it matters and how they're living the life that they were born to live. And I'll show you my 3-step framework to start embodying all of this and make those deep changes that you want in life. The L.A.M method. Liberation plus acceptance equals magnetism. Here's the first truth. Why you're literally addicted to your current reality and how to shift it, even if you've already done years of inner work. This changed everything for me. You are not broken. You are biochemically conditioned. Every emotion you feel releases a cocktail of chemicals, adrenaline, cortisol, dopamine, and your body becomes accustomed to them. So when stress, overthinking, and feeling pressure is the norm, your nervous system just gets used to it. It feels familiar, and familiar to your nervous system feels safe. So even when you've done the work, even when you know better, your body pulls you back into those reactions. That's why change feels so uncomfortable. You're not fighting laziness, you're detoxing from an old, outdated identity. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls it the chemical addiction to the past. And he's right. He says, to change your life, you have to change your energy, to change the electromagnetic field that you are constantly broadcasting. That's what the law of vibration and frequency work is about. It's not mystical, it's measurable. The moment you can stop reacting and start responding, you begin to rewire your energy field. And that's when life starts responding very differently. The second truth, the only reason you keep reacting and repeating patterns despite awareness, therapy, or self-development is this. Your reactions, they're not failures. They are programmed information. By the age of 7, almost your entire emotional operating system is installed. Every reaction you have today is a replay of something that was programmed into you in early life. Every single fear is a learned behavior. That's why men who've done the work, a lot of this work, still have the same reactions under pressure. Different situations, same internal response. Your subconscious isn't trying to sabotage you, it's trying to keep you safe. It doesn't care about your potential, it cares about survival. Those emotional blocks that you feel, the things that are causing stagnation, overthinking, and self-doubt, they're just trapped energy that's never completed its cycle. Each reaction is showing you exactly where the energy is kinked. That's not a problem, it's an opportunity. When you notice your reactions, instead of identifying with them, you begin to liberate that trapped energy. That's the L in my L.A.M method, liberation. A is acceptance, learning to feel without fixing or suppressing or escaping. And M is the result, magnetism, attracting the life that you were born to live. Here's the third truth, the essential science behind why the 2% can trust themselves when it matters and why they're actually living the lives that they were born to live. This one ties it all together. Everything, every thought, every feeling, every cell is vibrating energy. Einstein said it best. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. This is not philosophy, it is physics. If you're living from an outdated nervous system programming or not, determines whether you will remain reacting or to be able to respond to the people and situations in your life. This ability and this ability alone determines your frequency, and your frequency determines how life responds to you, in turn, what you attract. Dr. David Hawkins mapped this out through his scale of consciousness. He showed that emotions like shame and guilt vibrate at a low frequency. Peace, clarity, love vibrate far higher. So we raise our vibration not by positive thinking, but by feeling what we've been avoiding. This is what changes our electromagnetic field. And the HeartMath Institute showed that the heart's electromagnetic field extends meters beyond the body and shifts with emotional state. And that's why people, especially women, can feel when you're calm, grounded, and confident, and why presence is just so magnetic. Two clients stand out who really illustrate this. Max, he'd been doing the work and read a lot of the books, but still felt the need to control, to micromanage, and it was really affecting his relationship. He learned to feel what had been avoided, not by pushing harder. He learned to let go and has aligned to a job that he loves. He's now happily married with a kid and another kid on the way. Then there's Aid. In business, he was confident, but in relationships, he was paralyzed by the fear of rejection. He overthought everything. He said yes when he meant no and kept betraying his truth just to keep the peace. We broke that Mr. Nice Guy programming, and he learned to slow down, self-regulate, and speak with grounded honesty. Now he leads with power in every area of his life. Same men, different frequency. Every time you respond instead of react, you regulate your nervous system, dissolve old programming, and rewire your vibration towards your authentic self. This is how you rebuild trust in yourself when it matters, and how you align to the life that you were born to live. Because you have the ability to make each brave, vibration-shifting choice that's vital for true alignment. Once the L.A.M method is embodied, deep fulfillment becomes inevitable. It's physics. That's the real secret of the 2%. They don't chase love, freedom, abundance, or peace. They tune into it. And here's where it gets even more powerful. When you master your emotions, you naturally begin mastering your sexual energy too, because sex, of course, isn't separate from our emotions. It's the rawest form of creative energy that you have. It's the energy that fuels attraction, ambition, creation. Most men spend their entire life leaking that energy, chasing, performing, seeking release. But when you learn to contain it and channel it through the exact same L.A.M method that I teach, you become unshakable. That's what sexual energy mastery is really about. It's the ability to feel desire without being ruled by it. It's not suppression, it's transmutation. It's power under control. And it's being built on that ability to respond instead of react and trust yourself when it matters. That's the energy that women feel. That's the energy that the world responds to. And that's what attracts the life that you are born to live. If this has landed, if you recognize yourself here, then the next step is pretty simple. Book a breakthrough clarity session with me. We'll look at what's driving your reactions, how your nervous system is currently set, and whether regulation and frequency work is actually the missing piece for you. No pressure, no fixing, just truth. If you've already booked your call, I'm excited to meet you because you've already taken a step out of reaction and into alignment. Take a breath and know that you're exactly where you're meant to be. I look forward to seeing you on the call.